I want to go over this week of programming with, I actually recorded it myself. I wanted to share with you what I know about Lindus Construction, $55 million company here in my backyard, Wisconsin. Wisconsin is a border with Minneapolis, so they have a big marketing gain when they came here. Funny enough, when I interviewed Andy, he told me that back in the day, they were going to events for Leaf Guard dealers, and one of the mentors told him, "Why you're focusing on your market? You know, you have such a big market next to you, 1 hour away, Minneapolis. If you," and that was enough for them to change. And the reason I'm saying it to you right now is I've seen it so many times. The thing that we don't do oftentimes is very, very obvious, like, but you almost need someone from the side to come and tell you to do something, even if it's obvious to you. It doesn't mean, hold on, people still coming in. It's not always as easy, and I have so many moments like that in my life where I'll give you example. In my YouTube channel, I hired Sean O'Connell, like very big YouTuber, very big coach. I paid him $2,000 for 1 hour of his time about a year ago. I was starting directory. I did not know what direction to take. Should I start new channel, old channel? I needed some strategy. And the stuff that good mentor will tell you is going to be the most basic stuff, but I do the same for my students now. Sometimes people just need to hear something that is obvious in the air, but they need almost like a permission to do something. And I do it a lot. If you guys in the program, and if you're in a crossroads, it could be, should I hire this person? Should I open this locations? Should I sign up for this plan? You think you already know the answer, but sometimes you need another person just to give you the permission and to tell you, yes, go do it. Oftentimes it's hard to be decisive, and I believe that decisiveness is what separates true entrepreneurs and wannabe entrepreneurs, because you have to be decisive. We as a business owners, we make decisions fast, and if you're not decisive, you're gonna be stuck in that $1 million mode or $500,000 mode for a long time. It's people who are decisive, who can make quick decisions, split-second decisions, who truly propel and scale. And Lindus Construction is one of those companies. It doesn't matter what they know, everywhere they go, they learn, they come and implement. You know what it was? I was blown away by Andy when he came to me. The questions he was asking me, so simple. I'll give you one example. Andy asked me about Year Shield. He said, Michi, I've never heard of Year Shield. I'm like, where have you been? Like, Year Shield is everywhere. They're at every show. They're online. They're, as the contractors using them. So he's looking to replace his class 4 shingle because he does not like the shingle. Not that he doesn't like JF, Glenwood that he installs are not making them no more. So he's looking for fancy shingle, class 4 expensive shingle to install to offer clients. And again, simple thing. He came to me. He's like, "What do you think about a Year Shield?" I put him in contact. What I appreciate about Andy is, number one, he does not overwhelm himself with like being everywhere, know it all. Like he doesn't know the basics things sometimes. He did not know about Year Shield, for example. So he doesn't overwhelm himself with the information he doesn't need, and it's very good quality. But on the side note, when he does go and meet people and listen people speak, he he takes it to heart, he takes it and implements it right away. So when someone at one of the events back in the day when they were doing Live Guard franchise, someone told him, Andy, you're in this city, you should go to Minneapolis. And Baldwin, Wisconsin is a smaller city, it's a good market, but it's 45 minutes from St. Paul. And someone told him, open office there, target that market. He just did it. As simple as that. He just did it. How many people do you know that will get advice like that and don't do crap? Anyway, so that's one thing, and you're gonna learn a lot from Andy. They don't do door knock. Just one more time, it proves that it can be done. 1,000 leads per month, blown away, right? But their communication is on point. They work those leads. They know exactly what they're gonna get way before they get it because they track it. If you don't track it, you're not gonna be able to scale. You're not gonna be able to spend more money. So many of you trying to spend money on marketing, set up a marketing budget, fix the problem of accountability first. It can be as simple as piece of paper. Like, here's what I did, and this is advice I'm giving everybody right now. I don't care if you're spending $100, $200, 500, or $1,000 a day. If you are spending money on marketing every single day, you must to answer to yourself, if anyone else, what did you get in return? So I'll give you an example. Let's say you're spending $2,500 a month on Facebook ads. That's $100 a day. Oftentimes what I see is contractors asking them later, like 30 days later, 6 months later, what did we get from this campaign? That's too late. If you have spent $100 today, by the end of the day, you should have known the results you got. When I was doing my marketing, when Lindus Construction does their marketing, every single day there is a report. So my girls in my office, and we had job nimbus, I could run a report, I could be fancy, but I break it down to the most simplistic way possible. Sticky notes. But I hate sticky notes. If you want to offend me, you give me sticky notes. But girls in the office, they like sticky notes. So what I ask them to do is take a sticky note, write on a sticky note how many appointments we booked at the end of the day and where did they come from. So my girls in the office, as they book appointment, they would write down like Thumbtack, Angels List, Google, whatever our sources are, TruckWrap, referral, and they'll put number next to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sometimes we would get 13 leads a day, and we'll be like Thumbtack, 4 leads, Angels List, 3 leads, Google or Facebook, 2 leads, right? And then they take a picture of that sticky note and send it to me. And the reason you want to do it, because you want to match spending dollars versus what you got. And it has to be daily. Monthly or weekly, it's too late. You cannot make decisions. You cannot adjust. It's too late. It's not efficient. You burn it. It's the same thing, guys, as taking the $100 bill and just setting up on fire. Because if you're spending money today, and you're not getting returns, you have to stop it. You guys work so hard for your money, and it breaks my heart to see how easy our contractors are burning that. Like, you need to understand that to make $1,000 in business, you have to do $10,000 worth of work. It's net profit, right? So if you're spending $1,000 on marketing, you have to complete, get paid, sell, produce, get paid $10,000 worth of work. So contractors will go above and beyond to please the customer, to do the work, right? And then at the end of the day, they get $1,000. They give it to Facebook guru, Google guru, whatever, and then never ask for any results. And then later, like, oh, we didn't get a report. And I see it all the time. I see contractors spending $5,000 a month on a website. It's $60,000 a year, and they might get like 5, 10 leads for it per year. I mean, are you kidding me? Are you nuts? Are you that rich to burn money that fast? So if you're spending, let's say you spend $5,000 a month, break it down daily. And I would call my marketing guy, whoever I'm paying $5,000 a month. Hey, what did we get today? Did we get any leads? Are we tracking it? So if you're spending $200 a day, what are you getting in return for $200 a day? And don't tell me that you're getting some impressions. You're not going to put them back in a business. You're not going to put them in your deposit in a bank. So tracking daily results is crucial in this business. Now, I want to do one more exercise with you today. If you are new here, if you're a newer contractor, you've never done it, I highly recommend to everyone, because everybody's asking the same question over and over and over again. Where do we get leads? Where do we get, how do we get our phone ring? I had a gentleman with me on a marketing call last week, on a consulting call. He's from New Jersey, newer company, been around, I believe, 10 years, but he recently split. He had a partner, now he's by himself. He doesn't have leads problems. He advertised at Yelp and Thumbtack, two platforms. And what's unique about it, and I've been preaching about it for the past, I don't know, 5, 7 years. What works in your market will not work for mine, right? You have to know your market. And here's the exercise. Find the market leader in your area. It can be a roofing company. It could be even similar to roofing. It could be a landscaping company. It could be a flooring company, but hopefully a roofing, hopefully your category. Find the leader. Who is the leader? And reverse engineer them. I actually did it with the Lindus construction back in the day. So we had the biggest company in town was Cellar Roofing. So Cellar Roofing was doing $50 million a year. And the exercise is very simple. It still works to this day. Google your biggest competitor. I would Google Cellar Roofing. You're gonna see it everywhere where they advertise. You're gonna see every platform with all of their reviews. So, like for example, Cellar Roofing, if they have Yelp account, I'm gonna see their Yelp activity. What am I gonna see? I'm gonna see their reviews. I'm gonna see their pictures. I'm gonna see if they advertise, if they sponsor there. I'm gonna see if they're active on the platform. Now, if you go to California or if you go to New Jersey and you go to Yelp, I guarantee you all your competition in those markets gonna be on Yelp, right? So in California and New Jersey. So this contractor last week tells me, Dmitry, Yelp is great for me. And I believe him. Yelp is dead in Minneapolis. Yelp might be dead in Chicago, but I believe him. Why? Because if you go to Yelp in New Jersey, you're going to see roofing companies with 2, 3, 400 reviews because people in New Jersey are Yelping. Uber started in San Francisco. Then they conquered the city. So we do the same thing with directory. So directory is better in one city than another city. We better in some markets. Weirdly, like even 3 years ago when we just started, I remember my developer at the time, lead developer, Christina, calls me. She's like, Dmitry, what's going on in Louisiana? We have this one contractor. He got 17 leads in Louisiana on directory.com. So he was like, we run a report who got the most leads. That was 3 years ago. Of course, to this day, we have contractors like from some cities, like directory does not have users in every city and every town, right? But I was asking myself, like, why? And we did a little research. They have a hurricane, they have a lot of storm chasers. So it was a lot of work and it was a big trust issue. So people were Googling a lot how to find a contractor. So the reason directory were so efficient and so popular back in the day in Louisiana, and so many contractors were getting leads because it was big trust issue, and people were finding directory, and we have big audience there, and people watching our content. So directory worked for Louisiana. Directory works well for Florida contractors. Might not be as well in Chicago, but it doesn't matter. You have to study your market. You have to reverse engineer. Study your biggest competitor, because ask yourself this question. If your competitor have 200 reviews, let's say on nextdoor.com, and you don't even have a presence, how can you compete with someone in the marketplace when you're not even in the marketplace? You can't. They're beating you. When I joined Angels List back in the day, Cellar Roofing had 250 reviews on Angels List. 2 years later, we had 360, they have 350. It took me 2 years to bypass them by reviews. But if I would be skeptical about Angels List, if I would be skeptical about, will it work? Well, I did not join Angels List because I was sold on Angels List. I joined Angels List because my biggest competitor were killing it on Angels List. I knew two things, that my competition is getting jobs from it, and there's 130,000 members using Angels List, and I wanted to be in front of them. So you have to figure out, where's your people in your market? What are they doing? Like in Florida, people read more than they wish, like because it's older population. They do read. There's newspapers, there's physical paper that comes to people's homes that's popular and people truly read it. So if you get there, so if your competition is in those publications and you're not, you losing to the publications, to those people. If you're in the newer market, newer neighborhoods where younger people live, right? People on the Facebook. I remember how I discovered Nextdoor. I want to say it was 2015, 2016. We started getting jobs at Storm Group Roofing at this one neighborhood. I could not explain it. People were talking about us. We were getting referral after referral after referral. And finally, after we've done like 5, 6 jobs, this homeowner, I remember it was a black shingle roof. I believe it was JF charcoal, actually. Loved the house, tiny house, downtown area, very close to downtown Minneapolis area. Houses are very, very close, very tight community. And this homeowner said, Dmitry, are you using Nextdoor? I'm like, I'm never heard of it. He said, this is how I got your number. I asked him, you know, how did you find Storm Group? He said, someone recommended me, referred me to your business, and they use this app to do the referral. So he showed me, he said, do you see this community? Next door, it's pretty much all my neighbors. There's neighborhood and next door, and we all talk and we ask a recommendation. And your name keep Storm Group Roofing keep popping up, and your actual name, Dimitri with Storm Group Roofing. People are talking about you here. I'm like, what? So I've got 5, 6 jobs. I didn't even know it. And then I learned that you can actually create a portfolio for your business. You can actually advertise. You can have your employees monitor it in their communities. So start getting, next thing I know, I start killing it. I remember having like 20 reviews on nextdoor.com. You can upload the pictures. People can tag you. Guys, it's a real thing. Reverse engineer your competitor. Now, Nextdoor might be dead by now or might not. Look at the activity. Thumbtack.com. One of the coolest thing with the Thumbtack is if you go in your market and you type in roofing companies on thumbtack.com, Thumbtack will show you not only reviews, they will show you how many times that pro have been hired on that platform. And I promise you this, just like reviews, you can double it, triple it, quadruple it, that number. So if Thumbtack.com is telling you that your competitor, that a roofing company, have been hired 100 times on Thumbtack, multiply it by 4. Because not many people actually record the jobs after they hire people, just like they don't give reviews. Extremely, extremely important. You'll get a picture and then ask yourself, all right, my competitor right here, been hired on this platform 100 times, and it's probably way more than that. Why I am not getting these jobs? Or how can I compete with him? Be the hungriest kid. How bad do you want it? Are you really okay with someone else doing all the work and you're wondering where the jobs are? Figure it out. It's a marketplace. If they solicit somewhere, if they in front of the homeowners and you're not there, sometimes you just have to show up. And then when you show up, try to be more creative. Call Thumbtack, call Yelp, and ask them, what do I need to do to be successful? Don't ask marketer, don't ask me. They know their platform better than anyone. They'll tell you what to do to be successful. Facebook will tell you what to be successful on Facebook. YouTube will tell you what to be successful on YouTube means. Google will tell you. You don't need marketers for it. You can figure it out. And you don't need a lot. You need very like few platforms. The goal, guys, is do it daily, like do it weekly. In my marketing years for Storm Group, I did not have a lot. I have 4 or 5 platforms that worked for me, but I dominated all of them. We had tons of reviews on Nextdoor, on Thumbtack, on Angels List. If I on Google and Facebook, if I found something that was working and making me money, getting me jobs, I was working around it. I was the most competitive and hungriest kid on every platform. Every platform, you go to the top. You don't settle for crumbs on the bottom. If your competition is at the top, you go for it. You try to dominate it. Sometimes it means you have to do repairs. Sometimes you have to be the most fast responsive contractors on the platform. Sometimes you create offers, but make sure you optimize the profile. The same even with the directory. Don't just sign up. Do the offers, optimize, do the video. Make sure you upload an optimized profile, and you're going to be at the top at director profile. Register the jobs. All of those things, please the platform. If platform wants you to do something, do it. Like right now, Facebook wants you to do reels. TikTok wants you to go live. If you're not doing what platform wants you to do, guess what? They don't need you. They need you if you play alone. If you don't, they're okay without you. All right, with that, I'm gonna go read some comments. I always find your comments very interesting, and I like engaging crowd. You have 25 people here. If you guys have any questions, I'll answer them now. That in you did with Andy Lindus was great. Gotta watch it over and over so I can get my level of thinking up like that. Adam, I 100% agree. Andy, he is such a simple, humble mentality, like humble. He's a humble guy. That's the key. Because when you have know-it-all attitude, I don't care how smart you are. Know-it-all attitude kills everything. You're never good enough. You're never the smartest guy in a room. And the moment you start thinking that, you become more like Lee Haight than Andy. Like if you think about like levels, right? Level number 10 would be in the middle, you have where you want to be. You want to be neutral, but there's 10 levels of arrogance and there's 10 levels of um, humbleness in business. So Andy, he is level 10 on the humble level, and someone like Lee Haight, a lot of storm chasers like that, they're number 10 on arrogance. And I don't talk negatively about them as far as like throwing them under the bus. I'm just showing you what doesn't work, what people don't like. No one likes arrogant sales rep. No one knows know-it-all sales rep. You want to be student for life. You want to be humble enough to say, you know what, I don't know it. Nobody likes slime ball sales guys, sleazy snake oils, when people like, oh, I know it all. They have answer to every question. And Andy is not one of those people. He is totally fine telling homeowner or you or employees like, hey, I don't know this, but he will figure it out. It's hard not to get overwhelmed with all of that out there when I'm trying to grow this from the ground up and keep figuring out the things I need to learn and focus on. The key is don't jump on everything. Do one platform. You know what I did back in the day? I hear you, Adam, and I was in the same thing, the same boat. Give 1 month to one platform. That was my strategy over the years. um, because you cannot grow 5 different buckets. You can grow one. So what I would do if I wanted to change to check and I'll give you an example. Do you remember we had a platform? They're still around called House with a Z, house.com. So House came out and they were very aggressive to come after contractors. They were great for remodelers, for people who flip homes, for builders, because it's very visual, right? But it sucks for specialists. It sucks for gutter guys, for roofing guys. But of course, you don't know it. You want to try something new. So I remember the month of August, I believe 2017 or 16, I spent entire months mastering that platform. Every single review request that I sent was from house.com, because you cannot send, like, let's say you're doing 30 jobs per month. You can't ask people to review in Google and Facebook and House. Like, it's just not going to happen. You pick one. So in 1 month, I got 18 reviews on house.com. And to this day, let me check it. If you Google how storm group roofing, you can do it on your phones as I'm doing it. This is 1 month's results. Roofing house. Yep. So it's still there. 22 reviews. So all of this was done in 1 month. I optimized the profile. It's still there. It's still working for me. I uploaded my projects. We've done a lot of projects, like all of those reviews, all of those projects. So we've done, I uploaded 39 projects. They're beautiful projects. It's got to be 2015 because I was still installing a lot of GAF roofs. So you can see about us page, like the profile is optimized to the fullest, but I spent 30 days on it. What it is, 10 years later, it's still there. It's still optimized. So if you use house.com or as a homeowner, or if you go to, like, if house.com blows up right now and everybody's going crazy about it, I'm already present. I already have reviews. I look freaking good, right? Like my projects, like 39 projects with the pictures, with the description, with everything. 1 month's worth of work. You do the work first, and then your work will work for you. You work on your reviews, reviews work for you. You work on your profile, your profile will work for you. So do that to anything that you even think might work for you. Now, house.com did not work for me. So I paid them $350 a month. I gave them, I want to say 6 months of 350, and then I canceled because I was not getting money. I'm not stupid. I'm going to do what you ask me to do. I'm going to track my results. And if you're lying to me, if I'm not getting jobs, I'm going to, like if it's not used to me, I'm going to cancel. I could not justify it. It was not like BBB. It was not really giving me anything. But the point is this: if you put all your effort in one platform and you really work it, you will know what your return on investment. And if it works, like if you do it to Thumbtack, you will know if Thumbtack is good for you or not. But do it for 1 month. But don't do Thumbtack and everything else. If you only have $1,000, maybe single out and just do one platform for that month. You can do it for Facebook. You can do it for TikTok. You can do it for Yelp. You can do it for Google. Try it before you cancel it. Guys, time goes super fast. You have 12 months in a year. Technically speaking, you can try 12 different platforms, and then you'll know what works, what doesn't work. That was my strategy. But reality is you want to be everywhere, at least for free. And if we're speaking about hours that I spend, I'm probably talking about 10 hours of my time to do something like this. How long will it take you to upload 39 projects? Not that time. And the rest is just a habit. Asking reviews is habit. Uploading stuff is habit. Optimizing description, hours, all of that, it's habit. You just have to have it. You know how much people lose in business? Because they never were intentional, even about their hours of operation. I'll give you an example. Everywhere I travel, I go to CrossFit gyms. CrossFit gyms have we call it drop-ins. So drop-in, it's where you from another gym, you're dropping in, you pay $20-$30 to exercise. So you don't need to find coach. So pretty much all CrossFitters know the community, know the workouts. They're all different between the gyms, but they all follow very similar methodology. Probably not saying it right, or methodology. Anyway, so these guys are popular. There's, I don't know, 200,000 members across the world, or tons of, every city has a gym. When I travel, I go to Yelp or I Google. You know how many times? I remember I was in Panama City, Florida, for a roofing expo. So I show up at the gym, and on Yelp, it actually even gave me the wrong name of the gym. So the owner took over, he renamed it. The hours were wrong. I was waiting outside for like 30 minutes. It says that they have a class at 4, 5, and 6. In reality, it was like 4:30. So they're on the beach, popular tourist destination, and it goes the same for like Las Vegas, for Orlando, right? So you have a lot of tourists. It's a lot of business for people, and you're gonna have 3-4 gyms to go to. Like when I'm in Panama City, I see 4 CrossFit gyms. I go to one, hours are off. You go to their website, You don't see the program. You don't know the workout. Some of them are so freaking good. And this is a game changer for a traveler who is looking to spend money. I always buy a t-shirt. I always spend, if I'm there, I'm buying weekly pass, or I'm gonna work out every day paying 20, $30. So if I'm there for 3 days, it could be 60 to $90 to that gym. Why wouldn't they update the picture? And I remember coming to the business owner, I say, look, do you see this? This is not accurate. The address is not accurate. You're quarter miles off because you moved the gym. Hours are not accurate. It happens all the time. But when you actually go and it's easy, you go to the website, you see what you're gonna get, you see the offers. Like, and this is why I love offers for contractors business, because when people have intention to buy, when they come to your website, when they see, months of the deal of the months, months of the deal of the months, when they see offers like gutter cleaning or roof repair special or chimney like whatever you can think about the person who might be not in town. Maybe he's a landlord and he's just managing the property, and he's freaking in California trying to get a roofer to inspect the job. I mean, who knows? You don't know the situation, but you have to be in front of the search. You have to make it easy for them. So don't be lazy. Optimize it. Your Google My Business profile, your hours of operation have to be there, because if you check this out, if you say that your business is closed at 5 p.m., many make this mistake, and person is searching at 6 or 7 p.m., what Google search they're gonna get? I'll tell you. They're gonna have 5 companies, 6 companies on the left side, maps, business roofing contractors near me, and they're gonna see companies, your company gonna say closed now. What do you think your chance to get that phone call if Google tells them you're closed now, and other 3 open until 7, open until 8, or always open? They're dialing, they're calling. You're not gonna get a call. And why? Only because you never optimize your hours of operation. Such a little detail, but will cost you business. Now, maybe that's the reason that $5,000 a month that you paying your website guy doesn't give you results. It's not maybe even his problem. I mean, I would make him accountable for not checking shit like that. But total ownership, guys. You have to own your shit. Don't throw money at a problem. Don't just pay marketer. Make sure you yourself check everything that happens in your business. Be consumer. Google your own company. See what pops up. I have this exercise. I'm telling you this right now. I have 5 websites: dmitrilipinski.com, marketingfitness.com, roofingschool.com, roofinginsights.com. You know what I'm doing this month? I'm changing videos on all of the websites, like the first video on the website, like welcome video, because I know that's probably outdated. If I filmed it 6, 8 months ago, it's probably outdated. Something, every time I come back to my website 5, 6 months later, there's something I hate about it. I'm like, who wrote this? Or this is lame. Or I don't like this menu. There's always something to be your own consumer. Google your company and see, do you like it? Does it make sense to you? And then address it with the website guys or whatever. Is the pricing, is the layout, is everything good? Is everything where it's supposed to be? See the Google results for your company. You'll be surprised how many mistakes you can find if you're intentional about it. Google works best for us. Yelp and Angie just wasted money, Brandy says. Juan Acosta says, lol, I remember I was about to pay $9,000 a month for advertising on Google and website, and you told me to do it myself first, and it ended up working out. It's crazy I was going to give them that money looking back at it. I will never let you spend that kind of money until you try to do something yourself. And $9,000 a month, it's what? It's over 100K a year. It's insanity. You can, guys, spend 5-10 hours a week or maybe months even and get, in this case, is 100K a year worth 10 hours per month for you? I think so. I think so. You can figure it out. You're smart. Networking and insurance agents have been my best return, Dustin says. Great. I would like to hear more about that. Maybe we do some kind of podcast or Dustin, if you don't have my number, this is my cell. And this is, by the way, for all of you guys, if you ever have a question, Dustin, if you can text me your number, maybe we do something for marketing fitness program when every time I see someone like this who has something different approach, different results. Let me see. Scroll up. I would like to maybe interview you and let's share it with others. Hold on. Dustin says that network and insurance agents have been my best return. I want to hear more from you, Dustin, and maybe we can do some content for marketing fitness. I'm pretty sure people will appreciate it. Adam is asking, anyone find luck for being part of their local chambers of commerce? It helps with the SEO. Yes, it does. I did a lot of work with house.com, Nazar says. Yeah, a lot of the list was for remodeling. Remodeling is great at that platform at house.com. Does anyone invest in being accredited on BBB? Checking to see BBB accreditation is not investment. Like you just pay like $800 a year. Today I wouldn't do it anymore, but it really depends on the market. If you have older people, because people know it, it's kind of like badge that you have to have. It's not, I don't want to trash them. People believe in it. Marketing is perception. People believe in it, so it's not going to hurt you. It might hurt you if you're not accredited because people will question it. For me personally, I know how to overcome that objection. I'll just tell them truth about BBB. I don't want to pay to play for their scam, but you obviously can do it, and it's not a bad deal. It's not going to hurt you. Checking to see what platforms my biggest competitors are winning is a great tip. I like Martin says, don't compete, dominate. Anyone in Michigan? If so, what platform are you seeing the most ROI from? By the way, I want to make this announcement. This Saturday, I did a sauna session in my house, and I always invite everyone. I'm probably gonna do it like once a month. That's what it's hard to do it every week, even though I do it every week, but hard to organize people. I'm probably gonna do it once a month, and it's always open invitation. If you ever plan to be in Minneapolis for any business, like if you want to chat, we usually spend a couple hours. We have 10 people. I did not know 7 of them who came this Saturday. What 2 guys were from Wisconsin, 3 hours away they drove. So if you guys ever want to network, meet me in person, do the sound, like it's my house. It's open invitation to everyone. Every time you see my post inviting people, you don't have to pay anything, obviously. You just come hang out with us. We always have drinks, food, fruits. We jump in a cold pool. We sit in a sauna. I can host up to 30 people comfortably. And 10 was great, but if we have more, it's fine. So if you ever in Minneapolis over the weekend and you see that, I mean, just hit me up. Like, even if it's not on the weekend, I do saunas like 4 or 5 times a week, and that's my time where I meditate when I'm by myself. And if I'm with the crowd, that's where we talk, we network, we have a good lifetime. If someone working with roofingcalculator.com, side questions, do you remember how much you paid for your neon signs? Hey, Blaine, I think it was like $500. How much did we pay for our neon signs? Do you remember?
How much did we, I'm sorry?
How much did we pay for this neon sign?
This one was like I think $3.99 or something like that.
$3.99. Actually came from China, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Well, the company's like in California, but they come from and it got here like within a week.
We got it in 1 week, $400. I can send it to you guys.
All kinds of different sizes, and
Yeah.
they'll customize it to do.
So they did Business Hats podcast and Roofing Insights after they did this one. So we order more.
Yeah.
So we've debated over letting customer book their own appointment on the different platforms used. Has anyone had any success with that? Book their own. If it works, it works as far as appointment. Like I like to screen my appointments because if they book without like like the way I would answer that question right now, Marva, Roofing asking, I would say I would let them book directly, but I would make sure 100% that my people, my scheduler is calling back to confirm it. I'm going to this massage place in Minneapolis, and they have like the best of the best follow-up. I'm getting text message, I'm getting call to like I'm getting text message 3 days before the appointment, day before, and sometimes on a day off. They probably follow up 3 times with me. It's a more expensive massage place, one of the best in town. And every time I book the massages like 1 week in advance, like I have right now 4 massages scheduled for them, and every single one of them, they follow up with me. The same thing here. You should be able to book it online. You're not going to hurt because you wanted their information, but confirmation is on you. Do not send your salespeople for online book appointments, because the most important question you can ask people is, how long have you owned your home? If they say, well, I'm buying it, I don't own it yet. Well, unfortunately, we don't come out to those for free. You can pay $100 for inspection, and we inspect it. And if you ever hire us, we'll give you the refund. But you don't want to work for builders, for real estate agents, for people who buying or selling houses. You want to filter them. You want to do what's good for your business. Adam is asking, Dimitri, do you know a lot of contractors who say they are always open and use some kind of answering service to? Yeah, I know plenty. I think it's a great strategy. The key is in the question itself. You want to make sure that people that you have 24/7 service. So sign up with 24/7 service. Boss App Solution is one of them. Work Ninja is another one that I've been in their offices. I recommend. So sign up for one of those, and yeah, be always open. Should we put 24/7 in on our? Yeah, you might as well. Again, it's all about expectations. Here's what I would do though. You can either do 24/7, or like you want to do what people expecting you to do. What I would rather do, I would rather have offer on my website that people can purchase after hours. It could be something like $99 40-point roof inspection, and here's what you get, right? Or roof repair. So almost like an online store, similar to what we have on. Actually, you can set it up on directory.com. You can put the link special offers on your website. People click on it. So if they stumble on your website at 7, 8, like, let's say a restaurant, you want a reservation at a restaurant. I forgot the company, book it, or whatever the table. I think it's called Table. So you can book anytime, open table. You can book anytime with a restaurant, even if they're not open, right? It's convenient. So, but some restaurants will require credit card if you want to book it, because they want a cancellations, like you're taking their real estate and they're not going to give table to someone else. So the goal here is not to scare them away. I would not be open past 8. Like if you want to cap it, like let's say 8 p.m. I mean, nobody's going to expect you to answer a phone call if you're a contractor, if they call at 9 o'clock. And if you don't like answering service, then don't deal with them, because it's very hard to find someone who will represent you the way you would represent yourself. So it might be better to put later hour, like 8 p.m., like reasonable hour where you can still answer the phone call. And then after that, what you want to do is, if they stumble on your website later, make sure your submission forms work really well. You have some kind of offer, maybe like gutter cleaning, wherever the season is. So if it's August, have a gutter cleaning there, have a roof inspection there, like whatever the case is, have a like you can do something that very good for your business, like installing solar fan. Like if you're in Florida and you can install solar fan for $299, like August special, $299 solar, like wherever the model is installed. I mean, if it's 9 p.m. and I know I'm not gonna talk to them because it's too late, it can be 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. But we have this Amazon mentality now that if we like something, we swipe, we click, we buy, right? So monetize the traffic that way. So that's what I would do. Dustin says, in my marketing, you have to be BBB accredited, as people are still stuck on them being reputable. More of the older customers are going to look us up. I agree, and we're competing with that beast, and I hope in 5-10 years there's going to be directory replacing that thing. So BNI Group has worked well for us. Thank you, Trey, for sharing that. Dustin says, anybody have any thoughts of experience with the contractor dynamics 5-mile radius? They seem to focus all their energy on Facebook and Nextdoor. Don't work well in my market. Super saturated here in Florida, though. Cannot say anything bad about contractor dynamics. Good guys. If you ask my honest opinion, a little bit boring to my taste. Not as charismatic as I want my marketer to be, but good guys, very reputable, and you can definitely learn a thing or two from them. I was hoping for the next week. Andre, you are welcome to my house anytime. You can come next week. Andre, if you come to me next week, so my wife is doing sauna with the girlfriends next Saturday. But if you come, I don't know, Friday or Sunday, I'll do sauna with you, brother. A roofing calculator. I have a meeting with them tomorrow. A roofing calculator is very promising too. The number you gave me off says it five. No, my bad. 61. I misspelled 612-558-4881. My bad, guys. Here's the correct number. Promise you it was not intentional. 558-4881. Talking and writing down at the same time. All right, guys, it's 10 o'clock. I have to meet with my team. You guys are amazing. Thank you for your attention. Learn from Andy Lindus this week. I'm enjoying this more than you are. It helps me to let it out. I feel bad about my day when I pour my energy into people first. You enjoy your week. Have a blessed Monday, guys, and I'll see you all next week.